So, how you all doing today? Hey, it's a great day out here, great day to be building, great day to be working. I got a phone call. I told you last time if you had something going on and you wanted to talk about it, you wanted to have a toolbox talk on it, I'd be willing to do that. I got a phone call from Jeff Norway there, the part of the Vika group. Wanted to know about Hazcom, wanted to know about MSDSs, SDSs, whatever you call them. So I said I'd try one. What we've got, and his question really had to do with these hand sanitizers and the Clorox wipes and whatnot. Do I have to have a MSDS, or does that have to be included in my yellow book back at the shop, the MSDSs? And yes, they do. We should understand, and everybody using these hand sanitizers should understand, that you got to have an MSDS, and we should all be aware of the hazards that exist. Remember, every one of these things, and it doesn't matter whether it's hand sanitizer or window cleaner or whatnot, they got the little diamond on the back. That pictogram actually identifies its immediate hazard. There's generally 9 different pictograms when we start talking about Hazcom. There's 9 different pictograms. There's the flame with a 0 in it, or an O, an oxidizer, extremely flammable when introduced to oxygen. Just the flammable one. Red diamond with a flame in the middle of it. Just the flammable one, extremely flammable. Then we've got the explosive one. We've got the skull and crossbones, acute toxicity. We've got the 2 test tubes. Red diamond with 2 test tubes. That's a corrosive element. You get it on your hands, you get it on your clothes, it's probably going to wear something away, much like battery acid. We've got the compressed gas one there with acetylene, oxygen. Those tanks all come with compressed gas. WD-40 comes with a compressed gas element. We got the cancerogenic, the cancerous one. That's a star in the middle of the body. We've got the ecological one, a duck, a fish, a tree. Again, in the middle of a diamond, red diamond. Ecological, it's going to beat up the ecology. And then, of course, we have the exclamation point, which really says, let's go take a look. There's a bunch of hazards to this one, and you're going to want to look at the MSDS when you see those. Every time we look at an MSDS, and again, anytime we have these elements in any larger quantity than we would use at home or we would buy normally, we've got to have an MSDS. And when we take a look at the MSDS, there's actually 16 elements. 16 elements within that. 16 sections, paragraphs, whatever you want to call them. That first section or paragraph always identifies what it is, what its name is, what its normal name is, and generally has an emergency phone number. Should you, by chance drink it, get it in your eyes, can't get it out, there's an emergency phone number. Then section 2 or paragraph 2 has the hazard ID. And we got to understand what the hazards are, what the classification is, and what the elements are that are in that product. Section 3 always identifies the substances, the mixtures, how we got it, how we made it. And then section 4, which I consider to be very important, is the first aid measures. I mean, what is first aid? Should I inhale this? Should I get it in my eyes? Should I drink it? Should I induce vomiting? What are the first aid measures when dealing with hand sanitizer or any type of product I'm using out there? And then section 5 is, what if I get a flame in front of this and I have a fire? Or what if it catches on fire? How should I put this fire out? and what type of fire extinguisher should I be using? An A, a B, a C, even a D. Is it a chemical fire that I've just started? Section 6, now that's kind of friggin' important. That's accidental release. Are there some personal precautions I should take if I do accidentally drop a can and it spreads across? Is there something that I should be doing? Are there any environmental concerns? What should I be concerned about, and how should I address any accidental release? Handling and storage, that's pretty easy. We probably don't want Joe Mattery sitting in his office with 20 gallons of hand sanitizer sitting under his desk. Again, we've got an explosive thing. Most of this hand sanitizer is made up of a large quantity of alcohol, ethyl alcohol. So we've got an explosive hazard. You probably don't want to store 5 gallons of that sitting under your desk. We look at section 8, exposure controls. Is there PPE I should be wearing? I probably don't have to worry about PPE with hand sanitizer, but I might think about it if I'm dealing with large quantities of Clorox or battery acid or things like that. Do I wear safety glasses, a face mask, gloves? What should I be wearing, and how should I be wearing them? Section 9 is the physical and chemical properties. Are there chemical properties that I should be aware of? What is the information on the basic physical properties, and any other information? Section 10 is stability. What happens when I mix hand sanitizer with glass cleaner or with battery acid? Is there a chemical reaction that occurs? Again, that's section 10. And then section 11 is the toxicological information. That's stuff we would want to know going forward. And then section 12, or paragraph 12, is ecological information. And how is it going to affect the environment? How is it going to affect other things around us? Is it going to kill the trees, kill the grass? Is it going to stay in the ground for a while? What are those problems? And then when I'm done with it, how do I get rid of it? Do I just throw it away? Do I put it in the trash can? Is there a hazard for other people when I dispose of it? Section 14 really plays out to some of the haulers and the people that are moving large quantities of this product, and what are the transport information that's necessary, and is there a problem, or do we create an unsafe condition during transport? 15 tends to be the regulatory information. It's all the gobbledygook of what everybody's trying to tell us, what's safe, what's not safe, and how they came about with this. And then 16 is any other information that may be out there. But really, when I take a look at an MSDS, and I advise you guys, when you look at an MSDS, always look at sections 2, hazard ID, section 4, first aid measures, section 6, accidental release, section 8, exposure controls and PPE, and then section 10, stability and reactivity. I think if you can pay attention to those 5 elements, you can handle and work with most chemicals fairly safely. I want to remind you that as we use these chemicals, always have some way to flush your eyes, to clean it off. Always have some way to use these chemicals in a safe manner. And to use them in a safe manner, you've got to know what the MSDSs and the SDSs actually say. I want to remind y'all, my name's Richard Wobby. I'm with the Associated General Contractors and the VICA folks as well. If you have a toolbox talk you'd like to have us give, feel free to give us a call at 802-223-2374. Until the next one, I want you to, again, keep your masks up. We still have that COVID stuff going on. Watch your hands. Keep your hands clean. Again, no COVID hand, and don't let your guard down. Thank you all for joining me today. Have a good day and a great weekend. Thank you. Bye now.